What up, y'all? I just got done. I take that back. I ain't get done because I'm still in the middle of the interview. I'm not even in the middle. This is exactly where I'm at right now. So this is an interview with the Last Stand podcast. This is a sit down with my boy Brian Custer on his podcast. But it's the setup is a little different from you how he usually do his podcast interviews with all the fighters or whatever. This time he doing the interview um, with the trainer, Errol Spence, and they talking about the upcoming fight that's coming up. You know, the fight coming up real fast, man. In a few weeks, about 3 weeks, man, this shit about to be going down. So I'm really looking forward to the fight and the promotion, the rest of the promotions leading up to the fight. I'm sure like a bunch of shit finna drop on YouTube and on Fox. Not Fox. My bad. I'm getting it. I'm so used to Earl fighting on Fox, but I'm sure a bunch of shit finna be dropping on Showtime. So we gonna do all reactions and talk about those things. Also, I seen a little small clip of where Brian Custer was walking on Earl Spence Ranch and talking to him. I'm assuming he telling him how he run his estate or whatever. So we definitely gonna be talking about all that shit when that shit drops. So I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled, looking out for all that. But in this interview, man, Derrick James talks about so far. I heard him talk about that Errol Spence was less than 50% versus Danny Garcia. That's crazy, man. I really believe that shit too because when you think about it, bro was fresh off the accident. He was fresh off the accident. He worked his way back to where he was at, but where he was at was in a fucking hospital bed, you know, in pretty bad condition. You know, he ain't had no bones broken, but just because your bone ain't broken don't mean you ain't fucked up. Like, you can be sore like for months. Like, you know what I'm saying? Your head space can be in a bad space. Like, you can be like in depression that you even went through this shit in the first place. Uh, Different things go through your mind and shit like that on if you ever gonna box again. Whole bunch of shit that you gotta fight back. You know, you gotta fight to get up out that dark hole. You know what I'm saying? That dark space of thinking. You gotta do a lot of shit, man. A lot of people probably can't even imagine what bro had to get through. You know what I'm saying, to get back where he was at. So if y'all ain't checked this interview, man, make sure y'all go check this shit out. Just dropped probably like a couple hours ago. Shout out to my boy Matthew. He sent me this shit right off top. So I jumped on it. I'm gonna finish listening to this interview, but I really believe it's crazy to me that Derrick James feel like he was less than 50% and beat the shit out of Danny like that. He beat the fuck out of Danny. I feel like he actually could have beat Danny Garcia much worse, but to come from where he came from and to negate everything Danny Garcia wanted to do, to make Danny Garcia like hesitant on throwing his counter punch when he the fucking counter puncher. Everybody was talking about how hard the nigga hit and how he was gonna do this and this and that, all this different type of shit. He got in that motherfucker got hit with some of them Errol Spence punches, and that nigga said, "Nah, man, this ain't a good idea." You know what I'm saying? The shit was bad, bro. But the way he did Danny Garcia, man, damn, this nigga on the phone. But yeah, the way he did Danny Garcia, he treated Danny Garcia like really he ain't even belong in the ring or something with him. Like, he really treated Danny Garcia like a straight up, you know, I ain't gonna say amateur, but he showed his dominance and he was the more superior fighter versus Danny. You know what I'm saying? He made Danny recognize. Because one thing I seen from Danny was he was always questioning Errol Spence on some shit. Like, he'll say some shit like, oh yeah, he good. Like when a Porter used to ask him back in the day, he'd be like, yeah, he good, but I see some things here and there and all that type of shit, you know. But he got in that motherfucker and he didn't see nothing because His shit was so fat and swole. His eye was so fat and swole, he couldn't see out that motherfucker for the next few days. So, you know, a lot of that shit niggas be saying when they say they see something is cap. Mikey Garcia started that shit, and you seen where they got him. But other than that, man, I'm gonna finish this interview, and we're gonna snatch a few more topics about the interview, a few things that I catch interesting, and we're gonna rap about it. So, y'all hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you ain't subscribed already. And I'm out, child. Deuces.